Now, meanwhile, ahead of both of those earnings stories, we are expecting numbers as well from General Electric. So for a preview of what to expect from that company, let's go to our markets desk and check in with John Ehrlichman. Good morning, John.
Hey, morning, Scarlett. And it's expected to be another tough quarter for General Electric. On a per-share basis, the street is looking for around 24 cents a share, which would be down more than 55% year over year. The revenue number the street looking for just shy of $42 billion. And as for the fundamentals, there will be lots of interest in what the backlog looks like, especially from the industrial side, stuff like jet engines or power plant turbines. That gives us a gauge of what the sales story might look like down the road. And then, of course, GE Capital. GE's been focused on shrinking that balance sheet. There's been a lot of talk about whether they might have to spin off that business. We spoke to analyst Nick Heyman. He put the GE Capital story in the context of what's going on with CIT.
If not today, but if we were to have another shock, if we don't get better capitalization or GE and better reserves, been put in place for their portfolios, then you could have another much bigger problem than CIT. GE is about 9 times bigger.
As for the GE stock story, the shares obviously well up from where they were in March, but down from the peak of May, around 14.5. Keep in mind the short interest still pretty high on this one, Scarlett. And Goldman Sachs saying in a note to keep the bears away for now, the cash flow number that they would like to see in this quarter around $4 billion.
Now, John, you've been looking at the options market. What are you seeing from the trade there?
Well, I can tell you that the two most active contracts in yesterday's trading, both July contracts, the $12 puts, the option to sell, but also the $13 calls, the option to buy. And the stock obviously trading right in the middle of that range. Andrew Wilkinson of Interactive Brokers saying you've got a lot of people expecting that you could see a tight trading range in reaction to these earnings. Scarlett?
Thanks very much, John.